Yep. Welcome to La Casa. Yeah, actually, it's actually an amazing spot, bro.
Yeah, man, this is pretty dope, man. I see you got the basketball court over there.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming that's the football field over there.
That's the football field right there.
Cool,
yeah,
man.
I mean, you can't even see 60% of it, you know, because it's a pretty big acreage.
That's what's up. So we at Sawan's new, I want to call this an estate, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know what I mean? Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, thank you, bro. Yeah, we're calling it the Manor.
Yeah, the Manor. So, in the last video, when we was at the apartment complex, we talked about this one just a little bit. I told you we were gonna come here just to kind of get into some of the different streams of income that Sawan is pulling from the estate. He's calling it a Manor. This thing is huge.
It is.
Right, so we got a basketball court over there, got the football field over there, we got the house right here, and
22 acres of bliss.
22 acres of bliss, man. You heard him, right? What else you got on this property? Am I missing anything?
As far as income streams, that's pretty much our income streams right there. So far we're using the field for the event space.
Mm-hmm.
The 10-acre lot, we're using that for the parking spaces, so people get to walk through. We made like a pathway that they walk through and come out to the field.
Yeah.
So we've been booked for a football game. Amber, she's booked like a horse ride. And then also AWOL, I don't know if you know those guys, with Coach Lynch.
Yeah.
He's actually booked us for a field day.
Cool.
So of course that's the event area, but also for our, for the house, we're actually using it for real estate, for real estate classes, down in the basement. We're doing a couple things with our VIP day. I always tell people, like, we're real estate investors,
right.
So no matter what we buy, including our personal houses, we got to buy with equity.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And we got to buy with potential cash flow. So when I was looking at this, number one, I wanted to make sure we had equity. And so there's another property up there that sold for like 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
There's another property down here that sold for 1.4. And I got the seller
same size.
Same size, yeah, same size. And I got the seller to, theirs had a little less acreage, but I got the seller to agree. And below that number at 1.2. So I was like, okay, equity, and then cash flow wise, I've always wanted to have some kind of utopia. I don't know if you noticed, like, what's that park on Lawndale, the country park? I don't know if you've ever been there, but their house is in the back. People go to the science center and pay money to be there. They got the park that draws people there, but their house is in the back. I've always liked being able to have land, that's valuable. People pay to be on your land. You live there. You live for free.
Right.
And so I started coming up with my different strategies. My wife wants to do more of she wants to do more of like the wedding planning, the wedding outdoor events and those kind of things. The kids, they see a lot of value in here and putting like the zip lines and those kind of things, and having kids come over and do the zip lines right in there. But as of right now, I was like, hey, the field is already there. It'll be easy. I took a couple pictures before we even got it under contract. I took a couple pictures and sent it out to my contacts. Oh yeah, we could use that space. So then when I found out, at minimum, without even trying, I can make $2,000 a month on just renting the field. I was like, oh.
Then you got the food trucks coming.
Oh yeah.
During the games, they paying for it.
They paying just to be here, And so when I figured out I was gonna have equity and I had some possibility of making cash flow, then it came down to the funding, And at the end of the day, like I told the seller, we're real estate investors. Our funding either comes from A, us taking over the mortgage, or B, you being willing to take your profits over time.
Right.
And since he had the property paid off, he was like, what do you mean take my profits over time?
Pause right there.
Yeah.
So listen to what someone is saying. He basically bought, would you consider this to be a dream house?
Oh, I consider so. It's kind of hard to say that, like, humble wise, but yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Bought his dream house, seller financed. People worry about seller financing being too difficult to negotiate. It's not. It's all in your brain. You just got to understand the ramifications of how it actually works. Once you understand that, you can use it for anything. You can buy cars, businesses, real estate, anything through seller financing. And that's what people have to understand. That's what I'm trying to educate y'all on this particular channel. So this is $1.5 million area.
Yeah.
Right? You bought this property for how much?
1.2.
$1.2 million. So you got $300,000 in instant equity, 4 lots, 4 huge lots. And guess what? It's done through seller financing, man. So let's talk about the numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, okay. Well, in seller financing, there's a lot of things you can break down in the negotiation. You just got to figure out what's important to them. That's price, down payment, interest, and timeline.
Right.
I always ask him what's the most important. And for him, it wasn't really down payment. Okay. It was more so taxes. Okay. He was afraid that, because he never really had a lot of money. The way he got this property was he made one good investment, that business sold, and then boom, he had money. So he's always been afraid of taxes, just like everybody else. So he was afraid of selling the property and then having a big amount of tax. I said, well, perfect. You selling the property like this, if we can keep the payments
defer the taxes.
Yeah, if we can, right, it'll defer the taxes. And so, so my monthly payment on this is $3,200
for a $1.2 million house.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna find that today, especially with today's interest rates.
No,
no,
the interest rate is 5%. Okay, and it's amortized over 30 years.
And here's the best part: $3,200.
Yeah,
but that's basically being taken care of by
the field and the food trucks.
The food trucks and the football field. So you ain't paying nothing to live here.
Exactly.
And then you got the event space in the basement.
Oh yeah. When we do our real estate classes, which won't be every month, but that'll take us over and above.
This is creative financing at its best. You got a dream house, and when you see the lot, when you see the land, you're gonna see why he would consider this to be his dream house, right? Then you got 5% interest in a market where 7 and up is the norm, right? $300,000 in instant equity, and then just one portion of the land. Football field, you got a basketball court right here, but the football field and the food trucks that's going to be coming is going to pay for the mortgage. So you get to live here for free.
Yeah.
Literally, live here for free. Create a situation where you don't necessarily need to rent out another hotel because you got event space whenever you want to do events.
For sure.
Right? And you have a deal that how much money did you put into this thing?
So I put in $95,000 so far. That was my down payment.
Now here's the deal. I know how you got the $95,000 too.
Yeah. How'd I get the 95?
Yeah, check it out, y'all.
Because I haven't told him, so it'll be
You did tell me.
Yeah, oh, I did. Okay.
You did tell me.
Okay.
So he's really into this deal with no money out of pocket.
Yeah.
No money out of pocket, right? So you got your other house.
Yeah.
You pulled the equity from the other house.
Exactly.
To put down on this.
Exactly.
No money out of pocket, literally. He's using real estate to fund real estate.
Right.
And then he's using his brain, creative thinking.
Right.
Right? Events to fund living here for free in a 6,000 square foot home. If you think creative real estate is not possible, you got to wake up.
For sure.
You got to wake up, man, because these deals are happening every single day. You heard about how he funded the apartments. You heard about how he's running Airbnbs even after selling the apartments, right? And still being able to make money from the apartments. You heard about how he's doing this. Creative financing at its best. This is not a game. You keep playing with real estate if you want. We're not doing that around here.
You better do it. Let's walk around a little bit real quick before you get too hot, because I know you don't like being hot. We're gonna walk in the shade. Now, the neighbor, I finally got a chance to talk to Hunter, and he cuts out the back half of the 10 acres for his dad to walk through. So he asked me last week how much would I want if he just continued to have his dad walk on the back half of it. Every month, And so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up renting the back half of the 10 acres to Hunter, the neighbor.
Cool. Keep it private for him.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like, well, if you guys are gonna be doing events, can I just, can I go ahead and lease up this area?
Yeah.
So
what's all that? That's all part of your 10 over there too?
Yeah, this is all 10 of my acres over here too. I cut the grass over here. I didn't cut the grass in here, but that's all part of my 10 acres. It goes far over.
So
you can't
how many?
Even see.
So you got 10 over here, 10 over there. How many acres total?
It's 21.8.
21.8 acres.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the house would be built in that 1.8.
Yeah, so no, the house is on 10, the land is on 10, and then you got the 2 half-acre lots.
2 half-acre lots back there.
Yeah, exactly. And those half-acre lots are in like the neighborhood behind us.
Got it, man.
Yeah.
This is a dope property, bro.
Yeah, it's a dope deal. But just so people can understand about the down payment though, we bought all of our houses with equity, so including our personal house. So when we bought our personal house, we bought it for $119, And the comps at the time, Mr. Tony had bought his for 180, Mr. James had bought his for 210. So I knew we was buying ours at 119 at a good deal. Of course, the market has grown, you know, we bought that one 8 years ago, you know. So my realtor was like, yo, we can list your joint for 305. And he said, realistically, I got a seller right now that'll buy for 290. So I took those numbers back to my private money guys and I said, yo, look, we owe 90 grand, you know. And they said, hey, well, we'll give you a line of credit. So that's how I got the down payment, you know, for this house
So
right
it's
here.
a HELOC basically.
It's a HELOC. Yep, it's a HELOC. Yeah, it's just funded privately.
You see what we do, guys. All right, so he's using, and I talk about HELOCs a lot on his channel too, right? He's using a HELOC as a down payment to fund this. No money out of pocket. You still own that property too.
Oh yeah, I still do.
So somebody else, he's gonna have a tenant in there?
We're deciding if it's going to be more beneficial for us to put a tenant in there, use it as a group home, or sell it and you know, and keep some money, you know, for something else.
Whatever the case may be, the whole point is he's using real estate to fund more real estate, and in this case, he's funding his dream home. Now you live in that house that you pull the money from.
Yep.
Right, and you sell or finance that one.
Yep, exactly.
Come on, man.
How many houses we want to do this with?
Come on, man.
I got 3 houses that I've seller financed side by side on Moody Street, 0% interest.
That's
you
crazy.
know?
Yeah. So he's using seller financing, right, to fund more seller finance deals and building equity as he's obviously building up his wealth.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
The equity is crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah,
What are you planning on doing with this house, man? Like, are you renovating it or?
Well, yeah, we're doing a little renovations. So, you know, he had it rented out for the last 7 years. So, so we power washing it, you know, just cutting the grass, some minor stuff. And then when they move out on the 18th, we're gonna replace the carpets and do some paint.
I got you.
But other than that, we're gonna move in and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know. But
Kids
it was just
gonna enjoy it, man. They're gonna love
Bruh.
being in the woods. You got the little bridge over here.
It was just built in 2009, you know, and
Not a lot to do here, man.
you can tell the way he built it. The Trex, you know, the Trex porch. Yeah. This whole basement is, you know, he built it as like a bomb shelter. You know how pink people can be sometimes. They want to make sure everything is safe, and so there's a room literally. The whole thing is cement down here. You know, but there's a room literally with no windows. It's just like a safe haven with a mini kitchen, you know, that if something did happen, they can go down there in the bunker. And, but yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
We can go inside?
Oh, no, the tenants is still here, so we can't go inside until,
that'll be another video.
Yeah, they hand over the keys on the 18th. So stay tuned if you want to see what the inside look like. So shoot, that's a couple weeks.
And this is where we having this event?
Yeah, that's what we have an event.
All right, so listen, I told you guys about the event before. Right, so Juan is having Mastermind?
Yeah.
Mastermind event, October 21st. Now, if you're watching this after October 21st, got to catch the next one.
Blame the algorithm.
Blame the algorithm, right? We do a lot of stuff together, right? A lot of events. You know, he just recently introduced me to, you know, another private money lender that's out in Dallas. So obviously we're doing some real estate too. But for this particular event, it's not a free event. Only 20 people are invited. It's important because he's going to have it in his own personal house, right? In this event space right here. If you want to show up, check the link in the description box. Now, he asked me to be a guest speaker. I'm playing a little hardball, I ain't going to lie. No, I'm not. Swan's a good friend of mine. But I might have another obligation. But if I could make it out here to speak for about an hour, 90 minutes or so.
That'd be amazing.
I'm going to definitely make it happen. So if you want to meet us in person, check the link in the description box and, you know, come out. You know, we would love to have you. It is an investment on your behalf, but every investment that you make into yourself is always going to benefit you in the end.
Well, that's for
sure. Think about that, all right? But we love the property, man. We love what you're doing. I would love to see some of y'all come out and see the finishing product.
Honestly, like, you know, it's great to watch from online, but number one, to meet you, to meet me, and to get, you know, mentorship one-on-one is amazing. You know, so we're going to spend time at my office, you know, 3 hours of just, you know, pumping and training. My team is going to be there as well. We're going to go over to one of the rehab projects and go over an hour's worth of, you know, rehab. You know, so for everybody that wants to, you know, increase their fix and flip side of the business, we're going to go over to one of the Airbnbs. so that we can break down short-term rentals for you as well. And then lastly, we're going to finish up the networking session here. We got Chef Dave coming out. He's going to feed us some good food.
Chef Dave is dope.
Yeah, he's going to feed us some good food. We're going to have a little fun and network. Because at the end of the day, since there's only 20 people, I promise you'll have a partner, you'll have a accountability partner. You might have a business partner here, in the room for you. So we can't wait to see you then.
This is high level masterminding, high level real estate investing. I might even bring them out to one of my rehabs
For sure.
that I got going on as well. So that's something that we could talk about based on what's happening at that time. But look, we look forward to seeing y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just remember, Sawan funded his own personal residence, his dream house, through creative finance. Seller financed his dream house. That's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the thumbnail right there.
That's for sure.
Right? If you believe that seller financing doesn't work, then you're in the wrong business.
That's for sure.
At the end of the day, you gotta be a creative thinker. You gotta think outside the box in order to win. We trying to provide you with the value. We showing you exactly what we do. I do the same exact thing. Our business models are pretty much the same, but we can only show you but so much. You got to believe it for yourself. You got to get out there. You got to take massive action in order to get massive results. Hope you guys enjoyed this video once again. Be sure to like it, subscribe, click the notification bell. See y'all on the next one.